it says to find dy dx, meaning take the first derivative. And what you're hopefully noticing is it's not in explicit form. It's not written as y equals in terms of x. And so in order to do this, we're going to do implicit differentiation. So anytime you take the derivative of a term with x, you just take the derivative like normal. But anytime there's a y, you're going to take the derivative and then you'll generate a dy dx. The derivative of y squared is going to be 2y, and then we're going to multiply that by dy dx. Next, for this term, because you have a product, we're going to do the product rule, or I call it the fish. You're going to take the derivative of the term on the left, and so you get negative 8x. So take the derivative of the y, you get 1, but because it's a y, you're going to times by dy dx. And then we're going to start up in the left, swing it around with a plus. So the derivative of this term then becomes negative 4x squared dy dx. So then you swing it around and do the product of these, so that makes negative 8xy. And then over here on the right, the derivative of 10 is 0. At this point, we're going to factor out the dy dx. So when you factor dy dx out of this term, you're left with 2y. When you factor out dy dx from this term, you're left with negative 4x squared. And then I'm going to move this term because it doesn't have a dy dx in it. I'm going to move it to the right side. It's currently a negative 8xy, so we'll add it over, so it becomes positive 8xy. At this point, to solve for dy dx, which is going to be our slope, we're going to divide this expression out. So you end up getting 8xy divided by this 2y minus 4x squared. And then looking at the answer choices, it looks like we're probably going to need to reduce this fraction. So I'm noticing the denominator, we can factor out a greatest common factor of 2. So when we factor out 2, you're left with y minus and then 2x squared. And now you can reduce this 8 and 2. So it looks like our final answer is going to be 4xy all divided by y minus 2x squared. And if we look over here, that means our answer choice is C. All right, guys, thanks for watching.